Nessa girl, I was feeling real grown this morning, so I put on a grown piece of woman lipstick for the old lady sitting under the tree to pay homage to one of the greats and to let you know how I really feel this morning. Let me see what you said. And no more saying eyes, been crying through the night, gonna gather up my feelings and wrap them all inside. So when you say that you're leaving and you walk out my door, I can truly say to myself, you cannot hurt me anymore. In my mind, I should be crying. Yes, God, Anita. Inside, I'm slowly dying. See, y'all, I've been going to Miss Jan, honey. Kim Burrell was fucking me up. She had me doing too much. But Miss Jan got me almost on key, honey. Anyway, Nessa girl, did you get into last night? For y'all youngins out there, that's Anita Baker, No More Tears. I've been looking at her Tom Joyner morning show videos all day. That's what got me. I mean, the Tom Joyner Fantastic Voyage Cruise. Nonetheless, did you get into last night's episode? Quiet as it's kept. It's Mama D ass that put me in the spirit of Anita Baker, so I figured I'd call y'all. This hair was all in my eye. Nonetheless, girl, Mama D looked it good. Yes, God, honey, she had done got her plastic surgery. Mama D had done got her some new titties. Mama D had done got her a new stomach. Mama D had done got that fat sucked out her back. Now she ready to get hit it hard from the back. Yes, honey, Mama D is looking for a new love, baby, a new love. But I'm gonna tell you something, Mama D. Stay the fuck around from KK, because if you keep rolling with her, you're gonna find a new address, and that's gonna be down to Shawshank. Clank, clank, get your new body, go get you a new piece of man, let Ernest stay with his mammy, and you keep doing what you're doing. Now, am I the only person that thought when Scrappy told Mama D that Bam was pregnant, it was a horrible idea from the inception? Because any and everybody know, all it take Mama D is a half a Michelob and an argument for her to tell everybody business. But I'm glad to see that it went down the way it did. Blue Da Vinci showing up to Tokyo studio session. It was a little awkward for me. I don't know, my spirit just tell me they don't know each other like that for real, for real. And I just don't come from a stock of men who intentionally sign up to be in mess. You know what I'm saying? And I get it that reality TV these days, it's a strategic game to promote whatever it is you got going on, and it'll give people's careers who are on the brink of death a second lifeline. But it's almost as if somebody called Blue and was like, this is the mess we need to ensue. Is you down or no? And he was like, sign me up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it came off to me. We gonna get back to Blue. Is it me? Or did it seem like, I mean, when Boochi confronted Keely in that office, that office had never been used before? I mean, it wasn't no garbage in the wastebasket. It wasn't no old papers from the fax machine anywhere. It wasn't no file folders anywhere. It was no push pins, no paper clips, no pens on the desk, no dry erase board, no calendar, no coat hanging up in the corner, no extra packs of computer paper or printer ink to the top, no boxes that you throw in your recycling bin, no bit off apple or glass from when you ate lunch at your desk. I'm just trying to think, no pictures of your kids. Like, I'm just trying to think about when I worked in the cubicle. All the things that was on a cubicle that looked like you can't have this one, new person, somebody work here. It was no calculator. Quiet as it's kept, Nessa girl, I didn't even see no keyboard for the computer. I gotta look back and let me see. It was no staplers, no rulers, no box of staples. It wasn't a lipstick that you leave on and you reapply before you go to lunch. I mean, the office looked very rental. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I know better. I know what a Love and Hip Hop production office is, but I was about to say, I wouldn't be surprised if it's in the same building the production office in. Nonetheless, like, y'all gonna have to do a little better. Everybody... Child, the way Keely carry on, she looked like she work out the back of her car, okay? And y'all talking about she in the music business, she might work out the back of her car because she looked like she been around since Master P days when he was pushing mixtapes and CDs out the back of his car. I'm just saying, ooh, this wig itchy, honey. She tearing up my forehead, honey, this plastic. Nonetheless, we gonna push on and pump. Scrappy, Stevie J, and Young Jock. Y'all know, for whatever reason, I've gotten so bored with these females that I've grown to enjoy when the men film. That scene was relatively boring and fake. I'm back in town. Guess what? I got cigars. But the one good thing that I did take from it was Scrappy saying there was 3 legends in the game. They should do music together. You know what? I wouldn't call y'all legends. I would call y'all people of yesteryear, teetering washed up. Particularly Stevie and Scrappy. You know, Young Jock's got a little, more relevancy with his personality, the show and the radio show that he's doing. However, the 3 of y'all doing music together did pique my interest. It really, ooh, girl, I just fought it all to this thing, but don't worry about it. It really did pique my interest, and I don't want y'all to make the same mistake Escape did, in my opinion. If y'all gonna do something reminiscent to the sound that y'all had. Do something reminiscent to your fan base. The little Scrappy and Young Jock true fan base, they're me. I'm 34. I was like high school, graduated high school in 01, graduated college in 05. You see what I'm saying? So I was y'all's key demographic, and we have grown with y'all. We not on TV watching y'all. We having kids right along with y'all. We getting divorced right along with y'all. We at the strip club right along with y'all. We getting foreclosed right along with y'all. We get, getting caught in our cheating ways right along with y'all. So how about you speak to your core demo, because I can assure you these millennials don't know nothing about no meet me at the club is going down, and if you don't give a damn, we don't give a fuck. They don't know nothing about it. Quiet as it's kept. They don't know you, and they don't give a fuck, and that's what's going down. Okay. Listen, that's a girl. Another reason why I had to put this old lady wig on, this old lady, because there's some old women on this show that I got to pay homage to this episode. Quiet as it's kept, Jessica Dime, you got something explaining to do. When your mother walked through that door, I really was expecting Tommy's mom. I was expecting a Mama D. I was expecting a Frankie. Not that you ever said your mother was any of these women, but you ride this whole, I'm from Memphis. I was in and out of juvie. I was in the strip club, which kind of makes a person infer that you had some rough, very challenged upbringing. I'm sorry, but your mother looks very well put together and looks very, I go to church 3 times out the month, and I'm on the committee, and I'm on usher board number 2. Like, your mom was articulate, she was well spoken, she was well put together, and she was just giving me very Southern woman tease. So I'm not understanding what the problem is, and your mother shed some light on what was going on, and she was saying, she didn't agree with a lot of what you was doing and carrying on, and it made her feel a kind of way, and she distanced herself from you as a result of it. Now, you know how Southern women are. You probably told the truth about your mother sending you to juvie, and she got all embarrassed and stuff in front of her church members. But what you didn't tell, based on what your mama was saying, was that your ass probably was acting up, and she did it out of love as a corrective mechanism, not because she didn't want you. I don't know, Jessica Dime, but something about your story and the way I interpreted it made me feel as if you were trying to convey that your mother didn't care about you or didn't want you, and that's why she was sending you to juvie, and that doesn't seem to be the case. I don't know. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Nonetheless, I'm glad to see y'all got it together. I must say this. You know, I clowned Blue Da Vinci earlier for jumping on this show in the middle of the mess. And I ain't mad, man. You got to get your paper and keep it coming in real steady. But I truly commend the way Boochi and Blue Da Vinci had that conversation as it related to his child, Keely, and them knowing one another. I'm one of those people that has always believed if my person, my ex-person, has moved on, whether it's a fresh move on or it's a 6 year down the line move on, and the person they are involved with was nowhere in the picture while we were dealing, nor are they the cause of us breaking up, then there is no reason under the sun why I should have any kind of issue with that person. And that's what Boochi and Blue Da Vinci demonstrated. Blue was real straight up with him. He was like, all I ask is two things: that you stay as far removed from she and I's personal situation, and that you help, you know, don't interfere with me seeing my son, or please motivate her to help me see my son, whatever it was he said. That was true. And I love what Boochi said. He was like, shit, quiet as it's kept. I don't want no static. That ain't my business. I'm running my businesses and I don't want no parts of it. No way. So we on the same page, and they was able to, you know, and that's one of those situations where you got two people who can hang, and the boundary is, let's just not talk about that one thing, that one friend, that one ex we all got in common. So I love the way that they did that. Keely and Blue's argument, that one kind of threw me because I wasn't expecting Blue to get that loud with her. It felt kind of forced. And I'm not gonna lie to you, while I feel like Blue doesn't mind being absent, or I'm not gonna say absent, I don't think Blue minds reaping the benefits of not being totally responsible for Xavier, Keely's son. Blue don't mind the freedom that comes along with it, because if he did, in my opinion, he would have been fighting harder to see his son. I'd have been whooping every ass in Atlanta in every damn court if you wanted to see your child. I'd be calling her mama, her daddy, and telling everybody around her how horrible of a person she is and why she withholding my son from me. That's just me. It ain't a damn thing alive that could keep me from something that I created. That's just the way I'm set up. Nonetheless, I also get the impression from Keely that she one of them baby mamas that hold the child over the man's head when he don't act the way she want him to act. Like, the man was simply, Keely in earlier episodes made it a point to say he don't spend time with his child. You know, he don't do this with his child. He ain't seen his child. The man sitting there with you trying to have a conversation about straight up seeing the child, and you being the typical ghetto, hurt ass, bothered ass baby mama, you want to discuss everything else under the sun, every other grievance you have other than this man seeing his child. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to minimize Keely or any other woman's pain, because I do believe Blue may have put her through some things. But the thing about it is, you have to prioritize the well-being of your child and the visitation of your child and that daddy above your pain. It's called being a mother. You got to push that shit in a box. And what you said you ultimately wanted was your son to see his daddy and for them to spend time. His daddy spending time with him should not have no caveat or no strings attached and all this bonus extra shit as far as your emotional well-being. Those should be two separate conversations and two states of being that y'all should be able to have independent of Blue's relationship with that child. And that go to Keely and any other woman. Yeah, you hurt. Yeah, he cheated on you. Yeah, he didn't give you no child support. Yeah, he left you high and dry. But what time can I come pick up my son? That's a whole separate conversation. What time can I come pick up my son? That's just how I see it. And it's unfair. I'll be the first person to say it is totally unfair to a woman. But it is what it is. Your child come first. Baby, let me tell you something. Sierra, I ain't been sending for you all week. But the way you slung that bag like the hope and the dream of the slave and hit that woman upside her head and knocked some sense into her, that bought you a get out of jail free pass this week with me. Baby, Sierra reached back to the first slave ever captured. She slung that bitch through 400 years of slavery, Jim segregation, Jim Crow, and modern times, and knocked some sense into damn Keely. Hopefully Keely let Blues see his child after Sierra knocked some sense into her. But I'm going to tell you something, love and hip hop people and cast members. What did y'all expect to happen? Because this puzzle, this party had too many moving pieces, and it was too many people hands in that thing stirring that pot. Mainly Tokyo and Carly Red. And Carly, the gag is you can't afford to lose no other man, because baby, you done been holed out with everybody in Atlanta and everybody on every show on VH1 on this damn show. Like, Carly, even if I grant you clemency and say of all the people you appeared with, you only fucked half of them, bitch, you don't fuck more people than Kim Kardashian. Even with that, even with me giving you a sympathy benefit of the doubt piece of clemency, like, I mean, you got to be with Sean Garrett for at least another season and a reunion. I'm just saying, I mean, I'm trying to help you, sis. I will say this though, Sierra, I'm not quite understanding what about the situation infuriated you to the point of chorus. Other than she said this shooter's girlfriend. So that read to me like you threw the dig at her first. It's my girl, ain't she bad? This K Boochi girlfriend. And Keely was like, bitch, I'ma one up you. Here's shooter girlfriend. And then you hit that girl with that purse. It's making me feel like you and Shooter still together. Or you and Shooter still got feelings and y'all doing a Kirk and Rashida and y'all playing. Cause bitch, you had got mad for real. Like, you had got mad from the pits of your soul. And I'm just trying to understand why, sis, why. Moving right along, when the ladies were at Sierra's shop and Crystal came in and we got to hear some more of her speaking voice and her story and whatever going on. She's a pretty girl. I'll say this, y'all. As much as I've talked shit about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, or all the Love and Hip Hops, adding all these random people, at least they've added a new stock of random people and are sticking with them and starting to dig into their storylines. Warning all old Love and Hip Hop Atlanta hoes. And I'm talking about Rashida, Mimi, Carly to a degree, but see, Carly's smart because she don't work her way in with them young girls. Rashida and Mimi, the writings are on the wall. Especially Mimi, because like Mimi at this point, you really serve no purpose. I'm not saying this as a dig, I'm saying it as a warning. Find some purpose and quickly. I don't foresee Rashida getting let go after this season. I mean, because her and Kirk can probably drag that marriage and Jasmine stuff out one more season, despite the fact that we don't want to see it and we over it. But sis, when you was putting that tape down that house, I said, my girl running out of things to do. The writings are on the wall, okay? The people like Tokyo. I'm liking Tokyo. Carly found a way to be the bone collector and mix in with the young girl. She ain't going nowhere no time soon. The writings are on the wall. Take note.